Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Welcome to this special deep dive. Imagine being pushed into a deep, dark hole in the cold ground.
Oh, that sounds awful.
Right. And the hands pushing you into that dark place belong to the people who are supposed to love you the most. Your own family.
Wow. It is a truly terrifying thought.
It really is. Today, we are going to explore one of the most amazing stories ever told. We are looking at the life of Prophet Yusuf.
Yes. And, we have a very specific mission for you, our listener, today. We want to help you improve your English listening and vocabulary.
Exactly. But we are not going to use a textbook. We want to help you learn while deeply understanding this beautiful story from the Quran.
So please just stay relaxed. You don't need to stress over every single word.
No, not at all. We will keep the English very simple, very natural, and very clear. And we will teach you new vocabulary right inside the story.
Exactly. So are you ready? Let's begin. The story starts with a young boy named Yusuf. He is calm. He is a very gentle boy.
Right. And he lives with his father.
Yes, Prophet Yaqub. So one night, Yusuf has a dream. It's a dream that changes his life forever. He sees 11 stars, he sees the sun, and he sees the moon.
Okay, so stars, sun, and moon.
Right. But they are not just in the sky. They bow down to him.
Let's teach our first vocabulary word here. Bow down.
Great idea.
So to bow down means to bend your body forward. You do this to show deep respect to someone.
Yes, like bowing down to a king.
Exactly. So the stars and the moon show deep respect to this little boy.
Yusuf wakes up and he tells his father about the dream. His father is a wise prophet. He knows this dream means Allah will make Yusuf a great leader.
That is amazing news.
It is. But his father gives Yusuf a serious warning. He tells Yusuf, do not tell your older brothers about this dream. Keep it a secret.
Wait, why? Why hide good news from your own family?
Well, because his father knows human nature. His older brothers have a dark feeling in their hearts. They feel jealousy.
Let's explain that word. Jealousy.
Yeah, that's an important one.
Jealousy means feeling angry or upset because someone else has love or attention that you want.
Right. The brothers think their father loves Yusuf more than them, so they feel deep jealousy.
I always compare jealousy to a small weed in a garden.
Oh, that's a really good analogy.
Yeah, because if you don't pull the weed out early, it just grows. And then it takes over everything. It destroys the garden.
That is exactly what happens here. Their jealousy grows. It becomes very dangerous. They decide to make a plot.
Let's teach plot. A plot is a secret plan. And it is usually a very harmful or bad plan.
Right. A terrible plan. They go to their father. They act nice. They say, let Yusuf come play outside with us. We will protect him.
But they don't protect him, do they?
No, they take him far away. They grab him and they throw him into a deep, dark well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And they leave him there, completely abandoned.
Abandoned. That means left alone with absolutely no help. Nobody is coming for you.
Exactly.
How terrifying must it be for a young boy to suddenly be abandoned by his own family?
It is terrifying. He is in the dark. But, even in that dark well, Yusuf gets a message of hope.
Really? Oh.
Allah is with him. Allah promises Yusuf that he will survive this, and one day he will confront his brothers.
Oh, that is beautiful. So he has hope. But Yusuf is still safe in Allah's hands, yet physically, he is still stuck in a dark well.
Yes, he is still in the hole.
So what happens when strangers finally find him?
Well, a group of travelers stops nearby. They want water, so they lower a heavy bucket down into the well.
Okay.
But they don't pull up water, they pull up Yusuf. One man sees him and says, wow, what a find.
I'll just stop right there. Let's talk about the word find. Usually a find is a good thing, like you discover some money on the street unexpectedly.
Right, something valuable.
But calling a crying child a find is so sad. It's a tragic loss of freedom for Yusuf, because they didn't see a scared child. They just saw money.
That is exactly right. They don't help him. They take him to Egypt to sell him. He becomes a slave.
Let's explain slave. A slave is a person who is owned by someone else. They are forced to work, and they have no freedom at all.
Yes. He goes from being a loved son to a slave, and he is surrounded by strangers.
A stranger is simply someone you do not know.
Right. So he is sold to a very respected, powerful man in Egypt named Al-Aziz.
Okay, so a very rich man.
Yes. And Al-Aziz tells his wife to treat Yusuf with kindness.
Kindness means being good, gentle, and caring towards someone.
Exactly. So look at this massive shift in his life. He goes from the bottom of a dirty well straight into a very comfortable house.
Wow, yeah, things can change so rapidly.
It really can.
But, a comfortable house doesn't always mean an easy life. Yusuf's biggest test is just beginning as he grows up.
Yes, it is. Yusuf grows up to be a very wise and incredibly handsome young man.
Okay.
And the wife of Al-Aziz, she notices him. She starts to feel temptation.
Temptation. That is a strong desire to do something, even if you know it's wrong.
Right. And her temptation rose. One day, she closes all the doors, she locks them, and she invites Yusuf to do something very wrong with her.
But Yusuf refuses.
Exactly. He knows Allah is watching. He says no and runs for the door. She is so angry, she chases him.
Oh, wow.
She grabs his shirt from behind and the shirt tears. It rips from the back. And right then, her husband walks in.
That is a terrible situation. So what does she do?
She decides to accuse Yusuf.
Accuse. To accuse someone means to say they did something wrong, even if it is not true.
Right. She tells her husband that Yusuf tried to hurt her.
But wait, how do they know who's lying?
Well, a witness says, look at Yusuf's shirt. If the shirt is torn from the front, Yusuf is lying. But if it's torn from the back, Yusuf was running away. It means he is innocent.
Ah, that is very smart. So they look at the shirt. It is torn from the back. So they know he is innocent.
Yes. But they don't let him go because they care too much about their reputation.
Let's explain reputation. Your reputation is how people see you or what they think about you in society.
Right. They're rich. They don't want people to know the wife did something bad, so they try to hide it to protect their reputation.
But I'm guessing people find out anyway.
Oh, definitely. The women in the city start gossiping. They say, the wife of Al-Aziz is trying to seduce her servant.
To seduce, that means trying to attract someone into doing something wrong.
Exactly. And the wife hears this gossip. She is so angry at the women. She invites them all to her house for a gathering.
Okay, a party.
Yeah. She gives them fruit, and she gives them very sharp knives to cut the fruit. Then she brings Yusuf into the room.
Oh, I know this part.
It's amazing. The women are so shocked by his beauty, they don't even look at their hands. They accidentally cut their own hands with the knives.
Wait, really?
Yes! And they call him an angel. Then the wife threatens Yusuf in front of everyone. She says, obey me or you will go to prison.
Wow. It is terrifying when people care more about their reputation than the actual truth. They know he is innocent.
Yes, but Yusuf is very strong. He makes a sincere dua, a prayer. He actively chooses the hardship of prison over committing a sin.
That takes so much strength. So his dua is answered, but it sends him straight into a dark prison cell.
Yes, it does.
How does a place of punishment become a place of growth?
Well, inside the prison, Yusuf does not give up. He doesn't despair. He actually stands out.
Why? What makes him different?
It is his character.
Character. That is a great word for our English learners. Character is the way a person thinks, behaves, and deals with other people. It is who you are inside.
Exactly. Because of his calm and honest character, 2 other prisoners trust him. They ask him to explain their strange dreams.
What were the dreams?
One man dreamed of pressing grapes for wine. The other dreamed of birds eating bread off his head.
Okay, very strange dreams.
Very strange. But before Yusuf explains the dreams, he teaches them. He teaches them about believing in one God.
He is always teaching. So what do the dreams mean?
Yusuf tells the wine presser, you will live and serve the king again. He tells the other man, you will be executed.
And does it happen?
Yes, exactly as he said. And right before the wine presser leaves the prison, Yusuf asks him a favor. He says, please, mention me to the king. Tell him I am innocent.
Okay, so finally, Yusuf's going to get out.
Well, no. The man walks out, and then he forgets.
He forgets. Let's talk about that word. To forget means to fail to remember. It is a simple word, but the impact here is huge.
Huge.
Imagine waiting years for a promise that someone simply forgot. How do you keep your hope alive when everyone forgets you?
It is so hard. But Yusuf's time in prison wasn't a waste. It was a quiet period of preparation. Allah's plan was still moving, even in the dark.
Wow. So years pass quietly.
Yes, until one night, the most powerful man in Egypt, the king, wakes up confused. He has a very strange dream.
What is the dream?
He dreams of 7 fat, healthy cows being eaten by 7 thin cows, and he sees 7 green plants next to 7 dry ones. Nobody in the palace can explain it.
Oh, does the servant finally remember Yusuf?
Yes. The former prisoner finally remembers. They ask Yusuf, and he explains it perfectly.
What does it mean?
He says Egypt will have 7 good years of farming, followed by a terrible 7-year drought.
Drought. A drought is a long time with no rain, there are no crops, and very little food. It is a very dangerous time.
Right. And Yusuf tells them exactly how to store food to survive the drought. The king is so impressed, he wants to free Yusuf immediately.
That is amazing. He can finally leave.
Well, the guards say he can leave, but Yusuf refuses. He will not leave the prison until his name is cleared.
Ah, to clear your name. That means to prove that you are completely innocent to everyone.
Exactly. He wants the truth out. So the women and Al-Aziz's wife finally admit that Yusuf did nothing wrong.
I love this part. You know, it is like being locked in a room wrongly. And then someone opens the door and says, you can go. But you refuse to walk out the open door until everyone outside admits exactly why you were locked in.
Yes, it is about leaving with dignity, not just escaping. So Yusuf steps out of the prison, and he steps straight into a leadership role. The king puts him in charge of managing all the land's resources. His practical wisdom literally saves the nation.
That is incredible. So the plan works. They save the food, but then the drought hits.
Yes, the drought hits hard, and this drought brings some very familiar, hungry faces to Egypt.
Right. People travel from everywhere to get food, including Yusuf's older brothers.
Yes, they walk right up to Yusuf, but they don't recognize this powerful leader.
But he recognizes them.
Right.
He absolutely does.
This is so tense. The older brothers are completely unaware that they are caught in Yusuf's plan. He has the power to take revenge right now.
He does. But he stays calm. He asks about their family. He learns his father is alive, and he learns his full younger brother is back at home.
So what does he do?
He gives them food, but he tells them, you must bring the younger brother next time. If you don't bring him, you get no food.
Oh, wow. So they go home, and they convince their father. They bring the younger brother back to Egypt. Yes. And Yusuf secretly reveals his true identity to the younger brother alone. He tells him not to worry.
But he doesn't tell the older brothers.
No. Instead, Yusuf places a very valuable cup inside the younger brother's bag. When they are leaving, the guards stop them. The cup is found.
Oh, no. And the law says the thief must stay as a slave. Right?
Exactly. The younger brother must stay.
The older brothers must be shocked. They're returning to their father with heavy hearts again. They lost another brother.
Yes. But remember, this isn't just a mean trick by Yusuf. It is a test.
A test.
Yes. He wants to see how the brothers will react this time compared to what they did to Yusuf years ago. Will they just abandon this brother too?
Wow. That brings us right to the moment of truth for the brothers. It really leaves you eager to think about the rest of the story.
It is such a powerful cliffhanger.
It really is.
As we finish today, let's just make a short, simple reflection and dua. We ask Allah to grant us the beautiful patience of Prophet Yusuf. We ask for the strength to choose what is right, even when it is very hard. And we ask for the good character to forgive those who wrong us.
I mean, that is a beautiful prayer. And before you go, listener, I want to leave you with a final thought to ponder.
Yes, a big question.
Imagine if you suddenly had total power over the people who hurt you the most in the past.
Wow.
Would you take revenge? Or would you show them mercy?
That is really something to think about.
Thank you so much for joining this deep dive to improve your English and to learn from the Quran.
Yes, thank you for listening.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.